Hey, hi everyone. In this particular lecture, we are going to learn about some of the most important query operator in MongoDB. Well, starting with this exist. Now, what this operator does, that it checks that whether the field exists or not, right? It makes sure that among all the data set, which data set is having that particular field which we mentioned as a filter, right? So its syntax is like this. You can see first we mention the field name and then we put this operator and ask it that whether it is true or false. Means for the true, if the field is present, it will filter out that data. Otherwise, it will do what? It will not filter it out, right? Yeah. So it is used to match document that contain a specific field. Now coming up to the next part, which is dollar type. Now what it does, it matches the document by its field data type. Let's say I'm having a field of age, right? Now inside this age there are multiple data set and few data set is having the age in the form of number or the integer, and the other is having the age as a string, right? So based on the data type, I will select it out with the help of this type operator, right? So it is used to check the BSON data type of a field, right? The syntax is like this. You can check it like here, right? The common type aliases are your string, right? Int, double, bool, and the date, right? Now coming up to the next part, which is your regex, right? Now what it does, so regex is basically allow you to search text field in MongoDB using the regular expression. Now what is this regex? What are these regular expression? Well, let me tell you, it is used to find the pattern, right? Let's say I'm having a field and there's data is present inside the field. So if I want to find it based on the pattern, that those data set where the name should start from the capital letter A, take out those data set, then this is called your pattern. And this is what we do with the help of regex, right? And there's one more field which is option. Now what is this option? Okay, this option is basically your flags, right? Inside this we write I. If we written I, then it make it case insensitive. Means if we have written that pattern should match del, right? Now if there is del in the capital or del in the small letter, it will take out both when we put the option as I, which means it make it case insensitive. Now M, this is multi-line search. S is for dot matches new line, and X means ignore the white space and comment in the regex, right? This is what your uh, common options, right? So let's start. Let's go to the index.js and start coding and understand that how we use this operator. So this is the code to connect my MongoDB, right? So first of all, I use Mongo client, then URL for my database, made my client, and then I made the connection with the client, right? And there's the database name and the collection. Let me show you my database. You can check it from here. This is the name of the database, which is programming knowledge, and the name of the collection is students, right? So from here, you can check the data look like this. Here's the name, city, mark, and past. And here in this, there's a name and age, but age is not present in this data set, right? So I made the data in such a way that we can easily work with these operators, right? So you can check. Earlier, the age is an integer, but here we are having the age as a string, right? So let's go and let's see that how we do it, right? So we will start with what? We will first start with our exist, right? Let's start with the exist. But before that, let's make our copilot go to sleep, right? So let's start with exist. So for that, we need to write const exist result equals to await, right? Now here we will use the collection. My collection name is student and I stored inside this collection variable, right? So collection dot find. Now inside of this, after I'll write here what? I'll show you the syntax basically, right? We mention the field name and then we put the dollar exist, right? So on which field we want? Let's check it for basically age, right? Let's check it for the age. Uh, So yeah, let's check it for the age or marks. Let's do for the marks this time, right? So I'll write here marks and then put a curly bracket and then dollar sign and exist, right? And after writing exist, right here true, right? So I want that this particular query will take out those data set which are having this marks field inside of it, right? So after that just put two array like this, right? Now let's just print it. So console.log and let's print this here like this. Let's just save it and go to the terminal. Okay, let's clear it out. And here I'll write node index.js, press enter, and I should get all the dataset except this data for Ria, right? It is not, she's not having the marks field. So let's press enter, and you can see I got Vikas, I got Pooja, I got Karan, I got Aman, but not Ria. Why not Ria? Because Ria is not having this what marks field, and others are having marks, right? That's why you can see the exist is made true. That's why it is giving those data set which is having the field of marks. If I make it false, right, and then I go here, let's clean it out, and if I run it, in that particular case I got Ria only, because Ria is the only data set which is not having marks as a field, right? Since we put it false here. Got it? Now let's move forward toward the next operator, which is our type. Yeah, so for the type we'll write type here, and we will write const type result equals to await, and here I'll write collection dot find, right? Put the curly bracket and come here. Now for the type the syntax was what? The syntax was that we put the field here, right? We write the field name first and then we use this dollar type, right? So yeah, so what I'll do, I'll check it for the age. If you look here, I'm having the age here, here, and here also, right? But in among four different data set, you can see only Vikas is having age as a string here, right? Only Vikas is having the age as a string. So I'll do what? I'll filter out those data where the age is in the form of integer, right? So I'll write age first, that is field name, then put a curly bracket and write dollar type. The type should be what? The type should be int. So write int here, right? After writing this, just put two array like this. Got it? Now let's just print it. So I'll write console.log and type result like this. Let's save it. Go to the terminal. Let's clean it. Write node index.js. Press enter, and you can see I got the Pooja, I got the Karan, I got the Ria, but I didn't got the Vikas. Still the Vikas is having the age field. We have not got the Vikas as a result. Why? Because the age is not integer here. The age is basically a string. You can check a string. There are a lot of data type which is here, right? You can explore it like this also. Got it? So I hope you understood the concept of type also. Now let's move forward toward the regex, right? How we deal with the regex now. So I'll explain you with the help of the field name city, right? The field name city. Fine. So what I'll do is let's just comment it down and moving downward, and here I'll use regex, right? Now here inside of this we will write I want to search for basically uh, let's say the city name as Delhi, right? And I want to search the pattern as DEL. Got it? So this is what I'm going to do. So I'll write here that, okay, let me just put the variable that is regex result equals to uh, await collection dot find, like this. And after that, for giving the condition, we just need to write the first the name of the field, right? So let's write the field as city, and then just write curly bracket. Now inside of this we will give dollar regex and then colon, and just write here del. When you write del here, right, so it will match the data, right, which is having either Delhi or New Delhi, whatever the present here there, right? So let's just save it and to array, like this, and just print it console.log and regex result, control plus C and paste it like this. Yeah, so let's run it, right? So basically I'll do what, I'll just clear it out and write node index.js. So it has not printed the del, basically the Delhi, right? But what if I give it del, right? Del, let's save it and run it here. So it has given me two data set where the city is Delhi, and why? Because it is matching the pattern which is del, where D is capital, right? But now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use this another field inside of it, which is options, not like this, uh, dollar options, right? And inside of this, if I give it I, right, and make it del, like small, right, let's just save it and run it again. So you can see again it has given me the result with del, where D is capital now, but still it is matching with this particular D of small. Why? Because we have given this options as I told you here, right? What this option I do, it make it case sensitive, the filter as case insensitive, sorry. So by this, what happens that either the cases are in capital or small, it will give you the result in this way, means it will compare the capital and the small both, right? So this is how we use these three most important operator, which is type, exist and regex in the MongoDB. Now it's your task to read it more, to explore more examples and make your concept more clear, right? So this is all about today's lecture. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.